Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina. Today I'm going to talk about what a reference planner is, things you can put in one, how mine came into existence, and finally do a flip through of my planner. Reference planners can be set up for personal use, your family to use, or for work. They're designed to hold things that are important but not necessarily needed all the time. To make one for yourself, make a list of things that you'd like to have housed together to easily reference. If you find you have important things housed in different places, gather them and place into a dedicated planner. Go through your existing planners and notebooks, doing an inventory of your sections. We all have sections in our planner or planners that we need, but not all the time. Those sections are adding thickness to our specific planners, and you don't usually need to carry them around with you daily. They are important, but you don't need them all the time. My reference planner actually came into existence by chance. I hadn't planned to create a reference planner, it just evolved into one. I've been receiving Jane's Agendas subscription boxes since she began them in 2020, and over the years, she has put in many useful dashboards and inserts that I kept in my planner to refer to as necessary. Now I want to go ahead and do a flip through of how I have mine set up. Everybody's reference planner is going to be different from each other, but this way you have a little bit of an example of how I have mine set up. And of course, you could take tips and ideas from this to go ahead and create your own reference planner. All right, currently I have my December setup in here, so it's very holiday Christmas vibes going on. And I do have like the setup of the aesthetic of this planner in another video. If you'd like to see that, I will link that down below for you, so that way you can go ahead and check that out. All right, let's go ahead and start off here. At the front of this particular setup, I happen to have this little folder here, and this can be useful to have in a reference planner if you need to tuck things in here for yourself. That way you can kind of have like a little bit of a catch-all place for your loose pages. The other thing that you can do is house your planner in a planner wrap, and the planner wraps do have like pockets here that you can also house loose papers that you need and maybe haven't like been able to put into your planner yet, but you still need them. So you could tuck them into this pocket. So having a planner wrap for your reference planner, I highly recommend that, and possibly like an extra folder here. All right, this very first section is my currently section. So really whatever is going on in the season of my life or the season of the year, I have created this currently area for. So it does have a tab, but it's not labeled. I do have it at the bottom. You will see how I have tabs located at the bottom, at the side, and at the top. So I'll go into each section with you in detail, and then that way you could see how I have the tabs and why I have them arranged this way. So to start off, I have the bottom tab here, and we are in holiday season, so I have my holiday planner in here, and I did receive this in the December subscription box from Jane. So I've been using it. It's really, really useful. She included a Christmas countdown in there, and also like pages that you could color in. So I have been having some fun with that. I really like these little gnomes. I have to color these in, but it's just something fun to do throughout the month. So it's not something that I'm going to have set up and ready to go at the beginning of the month. It's here for me to use throughout the month. So this is something I'm looking forward to going ahead and coloring in. There's a wish list up here. This is just the whole packet that we received from her for this holiday planner. All right, so that's another coloring sheet. These are gift pages here. I kind of changed them up a little bit because I didn't really need to have this much space like for one person. We don't really do a lot of gifts for each other for Christmas. We do a lot of small things. I only have one child in the family, so I feel like because there's only one kid, buying a whole lot of different presents only really happens for him. So that's kind of why I don't really need all of this. And since I do work from home, I don't have like fellow work associates the way that I had previously, where I would buy little gifts for everybody that I worked with. So I only have a few people outside of my family that I actually do buy gifts for. Those friends, we don't do gifts anymore. Like, we've stopped doing that. Kind of using a lot of these, but some of them don't really pertain to me. The holiday budget is in here. And then there's Black Friday deals, which I did use these inserts in here. So you could see how this section has been very useful for me. My online order tracker. I have another coloring dashboard here, and then there's a little note section. All right, so this whole thing is my holiday planner that I have going on. So this is a little bit chunkier because, of course, it's a busier time of the year that I have in here. But otherwise, I would have things in here that are like maybe just for the season. And you'll see, because I do have like seasonal things housed in here as well. Like, once I move out of a season, I'll move those dashboards and things into that section. All right, now we're looking at an inbox section. I did take out all of my personal items. I use the inbox a lot. I am a huge sticky note person. Anytime I need to write something down, I always reach for sticky notes. That's just easy for me. I don't know, I've been doing it forever and it works really, really well for me. So I do have sticky notes on my desk that I grab all the time. And then those sticky notes I end up putting in here, and I either put them on this inbox hybrid dashboard, or I will put them on the side tab that I have set up. So like I said, I took everything out of here already, but I'll put sticky notes on here. I have a dedicated dashboard here, or cleared tab divider, that I could put my sticky notes on, and then that way I can do what I need to do with them. Now, this inbox insert, there's like some directions on the inside here on how to use that. And I do use it, but not necessarily exactly the way that it's set up. And that's kind of the way that it is, I think, for any insert that you get, whether it's from Jane's shop or any other planner shop. However they have things designed may or may not work exactly for you, but you adjust it to make it work the best that it can. But these inserts were such a great idea, and the whole inbox section has been a great idea for me. It's like all of the important things that I have going on right now. At a quick glance, I know that they're in this planner. I don't have to go to any other planners to grab those items. So this is a great place for me to house all of my sticky notes that I use all the time. All right, the next section that I have here is my home. All right, I'm going to go back for just a moment, because the way that I have this set up is the side tab dividers are like my main sections. And then within that section, if I have subsections, then I will add top and bottom dividers. So far, I'm just showing you my main sections, and there are no subsections to these particular ones. So I've got my inbox, which I already went over that one with you. And then I have my home, and this is a weekly cleaning routine that insert that I had received, again, in a subscription box from Jane. So let me open this up. You might have noticed I have a little bit of a cold that I'm fighting, so I apologize. I sound pretty nasally these days, but I'm trying to share all of these really important videos with you, so that way you can start setting up your planners and being ready for 2025. All right, so here is the insert. Now, I did keep the cover page here. You can order these inserts. And then Jane does have her tips of her AM and PM cleaning routine. They're really good tips in here. I used a few of them, but they were kind of things that I kind of did anyway, so it sort of worked out. But Love the weekly cleaning schedule. You could write down your morning cleaning routine, and then what you want to clean each day. Because if you separate the things that you need to clean throughout the week, it doesn't seem so incredibly overwhelming. And then there is an evening cleaning routine checklist. So I've been using these. This is how it looks, just blank. It is double-sided. It is undated, so you could write in the week that you are currently in. And then now I'm moving on to my personal section. So this personal section is kind of a mishmash of lots of different things. So let's just go through this. All right, so in this first little section here, I have these tip-ins, which these are perpetual calendars for each month. So you see down here, this one is December. So I rotate these out depending on what month I'm in, and I just have birthdays in here. So that's how I use these tip-ins. I like them because they're perpetual calendars, and these have worked perfectly for me for that. So I've been using those for quite some time. This next page here is an ideal day, and I don't remember when I received this, but it was definitely in a subscription box. So I have this set up for myself for an ideal day. On the back is like an ideal week schedule, which actually I do need to revise this. I really like this page. So what I'm planning to do is just kind of just white things out, and then that way I can revise it accordingly. So now I have like single pages of things that I feel are very important, but I didn't want to just have them in here like all separate. So what I did was I added these top gold metal tabs. I love these. They're so luxurious. I'm so sorry they are no longer available in the shop. I wish that she would bring them back because they really, really are beautiful. But let's just go through here. So this is like quarter pages that I got. And honestly, I've never set these up for this year. I mean, it happens. I'm not going to lie to you. There are some things that, I get that I have plans for them, and it just never happens. But I do want to set them up for 2025. And I do plan to put things in here that pertain to just like January, February, March, things that just happen within that particular month that just happen like once a year, but it's a really good place to reference it. Okay, this next area is an order tracker, and we got quite a few of these last year, so I've been using these, and I don't know what happened. I think I started a page and I never finished one. So I have like two pages going at the same time. It's kind of funny, but it's a great place to track my orders. I love doing that. Currently, I'm tracking my orders in the holiday planning planner that she sent us, that little packet, because it also has order trackers. This is shows and movies to watch. I really like this page. There's a lot of shows that I will start to watch, and they like end for a season, and they don't come back for a little while. So I like to reference this when it comes back out, because I stream like all of my TV shows. But anyway, yeah, so I like that page for that. My wish list page, I've used this along with like some notes pages in here to write down things that I've wanted from different shops. There's a shopping list in here. Again, I think that this is probably from last year's holiday planner pack. So I've been using it all year, and it's worked out great. This one is an affirmations dashboard. It's a cardstock dashboard, and I really like this. It's affirmations of wealth, and this is something really nice to refer to, and it's something that I definitely wanted to keep. So putting it and keeping it in my reference planner, it was like the perfect place for it to be. This one is Mindfulness and Presence, Inspiration Affirmations. So again, another really good reference dashboard to hold on to. All right, now we're still in my personal section, but now we're switching up the sections a little bit, the subsections, and now I have these tabs, and I flipped them because they're in the shop as top tabs, but I just flipped them over and I use them as bottom tabs. So this first one I have here is reminders. So this one right here is 30 ways to maximize time management and productivity. Again, these are dashboards that I have received over the years of having and receiving the subscription boxes, because she gives us a lot of information in there, and it's not something that I just want to get rid of. I want to keep all of that information. There's like a lot of work that's put into these inserts and dashboards, and I want to keep it. So that's why I have this reference planner set up as well, to kind of keep all of these really, really important dashboards that have been created over the years. This one is an annual reminders, and these are actually, I believe, available in the shop. It's a set of three. There's annual, there's seasonal reminders, and then there's quarterly reminders. So again, nice cardstock dashboard there. And then this is financial wellness. And this is the Cleanup Champion. And this one is a really nice guide to go ahead and clean up your home like very quickly. And actually, I should probably move this, now that I think about it. I should move it to the my home section. So I will have to do that. The next one is my reading list. And she has sent these out for winter. This one was for self-improvement. This one was for summer. So I like to keep those. And then I have a seasonal section. So the seasonal section is for like readiness. So this one is winter readiness, spring readiness, and then this one has a summer bucket list on here. And along with the summer bucket list, I have a travel pack. Now, obviously, traveling can happen anytime throughout the year. My husband and I tend to take our vacations either in the spring before kids are out of school, or in the fall when kids are back in school. Since we don't have kids, we don't need to schedule our vacations in the middle of summer for like summer break for kids or anything like that. So it's kind of funny, because when this actually came out, this came out in a subscription box earlier in the year. And ironically enough, I was actually on vacation when she went ahead and did the reveal for this one coming out in a subscription box. So I did not need it. And since we only have taken one vacation this year, I ended up not needing it for the rest of the year. But I think that this is a great insert to have and to hold on to. There's pre-travel reminders in here. There's an itinerary. There's a packing list. And then there's a few pages for different trips. So depending on how many vacations you take, or whether it's vacations or any traveling that you need to do, I think that this is a really, really nice insert to have. So I wanted to keep it. So of course I have it under my seasonal section. All right, this next section right here is still under personal. And this one is a dossier, nutrition, and activity. We received this whole pack in another subscription box with these beautiful dashboards. I never changed out the dashboards, because on the back of the dashboards, there's a lot of information. This one is health and wellness affirmations on the back of that one. And then these are inserts. Now there's personal things in here, so I'm not going to be flipping through these. There's nutrition, and look at that beautiful cupcake. So pretty. Okay, I have this where it's like a blank page here. So this is the macronutrient conversion chart. So it's got all of that information back there. This is a log for your macro log, your meal log. This next one is activity. And again, I have a blank log here. And this is a 31-day activity challenge. So I really like these dashboards. They are stunning, of course, on the front, and then they have a wealth of information on the back. So those are kind of just a staple in my planner now. All right, so that is like the one whole section of personal. So you see how I set that up. Even though the side tab, that's the main section, and then the subsections, I have them sectioned out with top tabs and bottom tabs, and then I have them alternating in here. And that has worked out really well for me. The next sections I have in here are meetings, projects, and notes. These were also something that I received in another subscription box. So you see how having the subscription, you get a lot of information. It's not just about all of the beautiful dashboards. Yes, that is wonderful, but there is so much information that you get within her subscriptions. And I love that. Okay, so this one right here is meeting notes. Let me see if I can. Yes, these are available. If there is a SKU code on here, then they are available for you to order. At least as far as I know. I'm not sure if it's something that she's discontinued because she does change things out going into a new year. So I'm not sure if they're still available, but they were at one time. All right, so this particular insert does have like all of the notes that you could use for a meeting, including a place to put the attendees, the agenda, the date, time, location. There's .grid there for you to use for your notes, and then checklists at the bottom. And then there's additional like note section in the back. So those are really, really useful. I like those. All right, so the next one here I have is projects. And again, project notes were available to order. Not sure if they are available currently, but they were at one point. And this is what these inserts look like. I have used these for projects. There's a place to put the project, objective, start and end date, completed on your milestones, resources, a progress tracker, and then there's like a checklist section there for your action plan and tasks. And then on the back is .grid. So these are really, really nice inserts. I really like them. All right, the next section is my notes section, and this is the most used section that I have in this planner because a lot of these things are not things that I will refer to every single day. I will use the cleaning schedule, but a lot of these other things, they're just there for reference. But the notes, I use them all the time. So I have a lot of notes that I have taken in here, and I do date my notes so I know that I can refer back to them. So these are all like full here. I do have this page divider in here so that way I know where like the I left off, and I have various notes in here. So this is like a try note here. This is just line notes in here. And then I also have these right here, which are these like, I forget what they're called. If what I'll do is I'll look it up and I'll put it up here on the screen, what these are called. But I like these because you can circle the month, you could circle the day. There's a little section there for a heading, and then you have a .grid paper to work with. So I like the .grid because to me, it's just like a lot easier sometimes than even lined paper. It's a little bit more of an open flexibility. So these are all of like my extra blank notes that I have in here. All right, the very last section, this is actually in a top tab. This really is not like a subsection of anything. Notes is just a section. This just happens to be in a top tab because this is how we receive these. So this is for budget and then expenses. I'm not sure if these inserts are available for budget, and I can't show them to you because there's like personal information in here along with the expenses. This one I can show you. So this one has got this reoccurring bills in here. But these were inserts that we received. This like packet actually came with 3 tabs, and we received that in a subscription box. And actually the 3rd tab, I did not need that. So that one actually became this very first tab that I showed you at the beginning where I flipped it over. I just took off the heading off of here with a little acetone, and then I was able to use the divider for whatever I wanted. So that is where my very first bottom tab came from. So you can do that with any of the tabbed dividers here. If there is a heading on here that doesn't really resonate with you, you can remove it. Like I said, use a little acetone. Obviously, be careful if you have freshly done nails. You don't want to take off your nail polish, but put some gloves on, get a little acetone, and it comes off. It takes a little bit, but it does come off. All right, so that is everything that I have in my reference planner. And I realize that everybody's going to have different things. It really depends on like how much you have to house. I have a lot of stuff in here. Like this is a really, really chunky girl. I have her on 2-inch discs and it works out perfectly for me. Now, I don't know if there's things in here that I might end up not needing. If that's the case, I will take them out. But I did do an inventory of everything in here. So going into 2025, this will be staying the way that it is until I like maybe receive some other things that might replace what I have in here, or I realize it's a little bit more important than what I have in here, and maybe I could move a certain section in here to another planner. That's also, an option. But I've really, really enjoyed using this as a reference planner. As you can see, I don't have any dated inserts in here at all. It's just strictly for reference, but it works really, really wonderful for me. I know that I can look things up like quarterly check-in, the annual reminders, things like that, I know that are going to be just in this planner. And then I also am not constantly moving them into like a new setup every month or every quarter. It's just already there for me. It's ready to go. Reference planners are extremely useful. They can be used in a personal use. As you could see, I kind of have this set up for a lot of different things. You can set one of these up for your family to use. That's another great way for you to have a reference planner. So you may not have it like super, super pretty because maybe the rest of your family is not going to be appreciative of, the pretty setup that you and we all love, right? But you could set up a planner where you know that the kids can go to and be like, okay, well, I need to check the schedule, whatever it is that's going on. So you could put dated inserts in your reference planner and maybe have a section for each kid for them to look at themselves. And then that also introduces them into like using planners and being organized and having everything like in one place. So if they see that they can go to like one main place in the house to check on whatever it is that they need to check on, that's your planner. And that could come down to like any notes that you want to leave them or any like reference things. Maybe you have one of your kids doing laundry and they need to have notes on how to use the washing machine or the dryer or whatever it is that's going on in your home. You have your set ways of doing things. Having a reference planner set up for your family is a really nice, like organized place to have all of those things where you could just tell them, go look in the reference planner. Like it's going to be a time saver for you as well because you have it set up. It's already there. The same thing applies to work. If you work with a large group of people, having a reference planner to have your employees or fellow associates know that they can go to look things up, it's going to be a great time saver because they know I need to know how to do something. I'm going to go to this reference planner and I'm going to look that up. So there's lots and lots of different ways that you can use a reference planner. This is, of course, just an example of how I have mine set up and how it works for me. I hope that you found this video useful. I know many people have been curious about what a reference planner is, how to set it up, what they can put in there. And if you do have any comments, please feel free to drop them in the comments down below. I'd be happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Or if you want to send me an email, my email is down in the description. You can definitely send me an email. Again, I will help you to the best of my ability. Now, if you do decide to purchase anything, I greatly appreciate if you use my affiliate link. I do have that down below in the description. There is a code there for 15% off for first time purchase. Now, that code does not work for subscriptions, but if you do sign up for a subscription, I greatly appreciate if you use my affiliate link to get to the website to go ahead and sign up for that. Thank you so much to those of you that have already used my affiliate link. I know many of you have, so I'm truly grateful for you for that. So thank you so much. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. All of those things really do help me out here on YouTube, so greatly appreciate if you do that, and that doesn't cost you a thing. So thank you so much for hitting the like, subscribing, hit the notification bell, drop me a comment, and if you watch this video all the way through till the end, leave me a check emoji. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.